back in this thing, back with a brand new video for y'all. So, one thing that you'll realize is that women hate when you're an attractive, nonchalant guy. Because, for one, if you're nonchalant, you know, most girls deal with a lot of guys who can't control their emotions, right? Most girls deal with a lot of guys who don't have any self control, who tend to lash out, you know. And so when they come across a guy that just doesn't really give a fuck like that, a lot of times they don't know how to deal with that because it's an ego thing, right? It's an ego thing. Showing that you don't care, it shows that the bullshit is beneath you, right? It shows that it's beneath you. And this is why I say you don't argue with women, man. Don't argue with women. Because as an attractive man too, you're gonna get tested. They're gonna test you, they're gonna try you, right? And it's all to test your confidence, to test your self control, just to see how strong you are internally. See if they could break you. Yeah. I made a bunch of videos about how people try to humble you as an attractive man. For some reason. I don't know why. But especially women. Especially the women who are insecure about themselves. So they try to make you insecure. Or like, let's say you look better than the woman. Because that happens sometimes too, right? You might be more attractive than her. And women don't like that. That's why, at least most women don't, right? That's why they'll go for the guy that they're more attractive than, who they can kind of control and have the leverage over. Because if they're dating somebody they're more attractive than, then they expect the guy to, kiss their butt, give them that celebrity energy, put them on a pedestal. But when it's the opposite, when the guy's more attractive, they try to humble them. Because they're like, oh, no, you're not one of these other guys. You actually know your worth. You actually have confidence. You actually have standards. You actually have boundaries. Who is this guy? He's not like the typical Billy over there. No, he actually knows who he is and he's comfortable in his skin. So they're going to get upset. Women are going to get upset. They're going to talk about you, Oh, he think he all that. Look at him. Look how he carries himself. Look how he always smelling good. Look how he always got a fresh haircut. Look how he work out. Who does he think he is? That's what you gonna get as a nonchalant, attractive dude. It's been plenty of times where like girls would try to start some bullshit with me. I've gotten long text messages randomly out of nowhere, some bullshit, and I just don't respond, right? I just don't respond because that hurts more. See, if you're a guy and every time a girl do something, you get riled up, you get in your feelings, then she knows where to hit you. They know where to hit you at, right? They know how to throw you off balance. So that's why you got to show them, like, look, girl, I don't care that much, right? And this goes for not just women. This could go for just anybody in general. Anybody. It could be dudes too who try to knock you off your mark, who try to stop you from being great. Here's another thing too. When you're an attractive guy and you're like nonchalant, people are either gonna appreciate that. They're gonna either like your confidence, especially if you're a guy that gets girls, who are interested in you. You're gonna have a group of girls who like you, and then you're gonna have a group of girls who spite you, right? Meaning you have a group of girls who don't mind, they appreciate you. You feel me? They appreciate who you are as a person. And then you're gonna have the insecure ones who also want to be different from the girls that like you, so they try to be cold, be rude, throw subtle shots at you, you know, try to test you, because that's the way they get your attention. You see, the girls who like you and respect you, they'll come up to you, hey, how you doing? How you been? Da da da. You know, that's how they'll get your attention. But then the other ones who probably don't know how to do that, or who want to be different and stand out, they got to get your attention in a negative way. They got to spread rumors. Yeah. They got to say like slick shit. That's how they get your attention. So that's one thing you got to notice. But either way, man, either way, it's all two sides to the same coin. Because the love and the hate is two sides to the same coin. They care enough to hate you. They care enough to love you. The fact is, they care. So that's how you got to look at it. Right? And they care more when you don't care. That's the funny part. That's where the nonchalant part come in. When you don't care, you living your life, you knocking off goals, you going about your day in your way, comfortable in your skin. That's when people take notice. That's when they start to really care. Right? It's like fans, you know? That's why I say, like, you don't have to be a celebrity to get celebrity energy. You don't have to be a celebrity. Because if you attractive, you know, you nonchalant, they're going to treat you like a celebrity. Because think about it. What do celebrities go through on a daily basis? Celebrities got fans who love them, and then they got people who hate them, right? But either way, everybody's tuned in to him. For Drake, think of the Drake situation, for instance. You know, after the whole Kendrick beef and whatever, you had some people who was like, oh, you know, we definitely gonna hate him and not fuck with him. But then you had his core fans who still love him to death. But guess what? Both sides are tuned in. His interview with that girl, Bobby Altoff, just got 1 million views. So half of those people was haters, half was, you know, people who love him. So either way, man, they're tuned in. When you're nonchalant, you're attractive, they tuned in to you. Now, if they were indifferent, that means they don't care. Like, if they just, you know, whatever, that means they don't care about you. But if they waste their energy on you, if you take up headspace, you know, they care. Simple as that. So, just be prepared to deal with that, man. As an attractive man, as a nonchalant man, you gonna get hate. But either way, you still great. You still great, my guy. So if you made it this far, I want you to put nonchalant and attractive down below. Right? Because it seems like those two traits bring the most hate. It's funny. It's funny. Because nonchalants, they think you too good. Attractive, they think you too good. Either way, they just think you good. So you got to know that you're good. You got to know you're great. They think it. Why you not thinking it? All right, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the next video. You already know what it is.